Hey guys, today I want to do a video on EDC. There's a lot of different philosophies out there on EDC, and depending on where you live, what you're able to carry, and what you can and can't carry in certain states and whatnot. There's restrictions on knives in some states. There's restrictions on guns in a lot of states. Basic essentials, for me, for an EDC, I got them here on the table. This is the stuff that I found very useful every day, especially at work. I carry this up, and even on weekends or after work, I'm usually going to have this on me as an absolute minimum. Yeah. First, of course, obviously, a lot of my videos are on watches, and a watch, it's just such a useful item. I mean, yes, we all have our cell phones on us, and our cell phones have clocks, and we can use that. But just having the convenience of something on your wrist where you can quickly acquire the time, the day, and with some a little more information. I mean, this one has a compass and several other features: timers, alarm clocks, stopwatches, so on and so forth. That depending on what you do, what your activities are, at work or what you do on weekends or after work. Something like this might be something you'll use a lot. You'll use those features, or you might just be the guy that, hey, you know what, I ain't doing into a lot of different things, man. I just need to watch. I just need to know what time it is. So, a simple one like this. This is what the Seiko SRP483. Great watch. They call it the baby monster. It's actually bigger overall than the monster series, and a lot more affordable and easier to come by. Nice bezel. Just nice watch. It's 436 movement, so it's got hand winding and hacking on it. So that's kind of nice. And of course, this is the Casio G-Shock GG1000. It's a great all-purpose watch. Nothing wrong with something like this. Like I said, depending on your needs and a watch. I mean, this may be overkill for some of you, but for some of you, it's like it may be the perfect carry item. Okay, of course, after a watch, a very useful item, as a knife of any sort, whether it be a small pocket knife, like this case, a peanut, which you can get them in a variety of colors and different handles and patterns. It's got two blades on it, which is, useful for a knife like this, which you're going to carry in your pocket, depending on what you're doing and whatnot. I mean, just a simple pocket knife, something like this is very unintimidating. Or you get into something larger, like these. This is my Hinder XM18 rather. Small. They make it in a larger series. This is the one with the 3-inch blade. I like to carry this one quite a bit. It's a great knife. It's got really good steel, S35 VN steel. So this takes a nice edge, holds a nice edge. Something like this, they got their surgical stainless steel they use on these knives. You can get a really nice edge on them, but it's not going to hold it for long. I mean, this is you're not going to cut a whole bunch of this and maintain a good edge with it. This one you will. Obviously, price difference. Something like this is going to run you around $400 for a knife like this, titanium. Handle on this side, G10 scales over here. Like I said, very good quality steel. It's a right hand carry only with a pocket clip, but you can do it tip up, tip down. Great. I mean, this is a great work knife. If you're going to carry a knife and you're going to use it a lot during the day, I couldn't recommend this one anymore. It's just, for me, it's the perfect size. I don't like a knife too much bigger. I don't like to carry anything over 3.5 inches. I prefer something 3 to 3 1/4, honestly, because anything else you pulling out bigger is just crazy. This one's dirty because I carry this one to work a lot. I should have cleaned it before this video, but whatever. It's a working knife, and I'm a working man. This is the Spyderco Paramilitary 3. Just great knife. I have a Paramilitary 2s. I own a few of those as well. I like this one a lot better. This is S30V steel. This is holding a really nice edge. My other paramilitaries, for whatever reason, they don't hold the best edge on it. And this one's smaller, once again, it's not intimidating when I pull it out. If I'm cutting boxes at work, it doesn't freak anybody out. I don't like automatic knives. Automatics I can't carry it in my state, but I don't like the spring assisted too much either, because the spring assisted knives just jump out, and that's pretty much like the only way you can open those for the most part, and that can freak people out. We don't want to draw too much attention. You're pulling out a knife. Generally we're using it to cut something, cut a product, cut a package, whatever. Carve your apple lunch. But something non-automatic, where you can open up nice and slow like that, and not freaking anybody out. Something like this, it's got a little flipper tab. It's not spring assisted, so it opens nice and slow, quiet. Doesn't draw a whole lot of attention. Anyway, whatever way you go on a knife, and you can spend a variety of money. I mean, you can get a peanut like this for about, depending on what design you get, $30-40 for a case. And if you're gonna buy a knife, buy a quality knife, buy a brand name, buy it from a good maker, do some research, get good steel. Don't get something that you're gonna cut open 2 envelopes and that's it. That blade's dull. It's just gonna frustrate you, and you're not gonna want to carry it. Like I said, these are pricey. This paramilitary, you're probably gonna get this for we'll just call it $1.50. Maybe $125. After that, something I like to carry a lot is a multi-tool. And of course the multi-tool, redundancy. You have another knife on the multi-tools. But this one here is probably my favorite to carry, the Leatherman Juice S2. There's different juice ones. The S2 is scissors. This one has scissors on it. It's got some handy tools there. You get a bottle opener. You can do a can opener with that. You got a good quality pair of scissors on this. So I mean, if you got a knife, I got a knife, I don't need scissors. You'd be surprised. I use these quite often, and like I said, and these are actually a pretty quality pair of scissors. They work well. This tool, there's lots of videos on Leatherman tools. I'm not going to go through all the features, but you got the different screwdrivers. You got 3 different flatheads. And one thing I really like about this one is you got a nice full size Phillips on there. Some of them just give you like a half a Phillips type setup. Don't really dig that too much. Wire cutters, pliers, needle nose. Real handy. This one's great. Something simpler. You have this the Leatherman Micro. This is a great little one. Obviously, you can toss this on your keychain or something like that. But no pliers on this, but real good pair of scissors. Little multi-tool here. You got a little bottle opener, a small flathead screwdriver, tweezers. Yes, I've used tweezers for many things. They're not just for pulling splinters. I mean, you need to pick up something small or just get a hold on something. I mean, it works out. You got a little screwdriver here, a little flathead, and it's tapered as such where you could get out a Phillips. It says it's for Phillips right there, but you could use it obviously for a smaller flathead screw as well. Then you got a small flathead there. On the other side, you got a nail file with a little pick and a larger flathead, and then of course, a knife blade on there. Great little item. Like I said, this one's really nice because this weighs next to nothing. It's not a heavy duty tool, but it's got a lot of functional, great little items on it, and it really weighs nothing. You toss that in your pocket, it's like having a dollar's worth of quarters weight wise. Next to nothing. This one is a pretty cool one too. I like this one. These are relatively inexpensive. Oh, these I think, by the way, I think about $35, maybe $27 to $35 depending on where you get it at. The Gerber Dime is a great little tool. I like this one because it's got spring-loaded pliers, and that's kind of a simple little feature, but it is nice to have. The pliers aren't near as good as the Juice, but functional. You can't do a lot of heavy work with it, but they come in handy. I mean, you can really get some use out of them. Another really nice feature about this one is most of the accessory items are accessed out on the outside. You don't have to open up like you do on this. You have to open up to get at the screwdrivers and stuff like that. Now the scissors and the knife blade are on the outside, but the screwdrivers and everything are tucked on the inside, so you have to open it up. This one you get the knife on the outside. What else we got on this baby here? This is a handy little package for opening I need a tool for opening up packages, cryo packs, or whatever you call that. That's a great tool for ripping into those. Little flathead screwdriver, a little Phillips, absolutely useless file. I mean, if you can get this thing and find a good use for this file, I mean, I can't even file my fingernail on the thing. It's useless. Sorry, that's probably the one really downfall of this little item. And it's actually got a decent pair of little scissors on it too, some spring-loaded little scissors, and they're sharp. They work well. They work well. Great little tool. Like I said, some kind of multi-tool in your pocket. Now, some of you guys might carry something larger. I have, something like this. Carry this. This is a nice little package to carry to work, or even play. But it's a little beefy on your side. I got the Leatherman Wave in here. Fantastic multi-tool. If I was only gonna own one multi-tool, this would be it. Like I said, this one's cool. And if you get the accessory bit kit for it, and of course the pouch, you can tuck a little flashlight in there, and then I have the extension driver for the toolkit. I don't find myself carrying this one too often, just because of the weight and whatnot. I was carrying it at work for quite some time there, and I use it a ton. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it got used a bunch, but then and I tell you what, I could have used it today. I wish I would have had it on me today. I didn't. I have my juice with me, so that depends on what you want to carry weight wise. That one's gonna load you down a little bit more. And lastly, for an EDC carry, a flashlight. Some kind of light, some kind of torch in your EDC gear. AAA battery. This is a Fenix. Fenix makes some really nice flashlights. Relatively inexpensive. There's cheaper ones out there you can get. This has been right in my pocket for about a year and a half now, and no problem. And then of course, if worst comes to worst, if we're out and about, we usually got our keys with us of our vehicle or our home, and a keychain flashlight. This is also a Phoenix one. This was a gift to me, and it's just, I mean, it's really bright. And these type LED or Cree bulbs rather, these just put out a lot of light in a small package. And like I said, this don't weigh nothing. You put this and this in your pocket, seriously, I mean, you probably ended up with more change in your pocket at the end of the day when you came home weight wise than you would with those two items. And of course you get something like this with a pocket clip on it. You just slip that in your pocket. It's hard. It doesn't weigh you down. You don't notice it's there. This with the titanium, you're not gonna know it's there. This jingling around in your pocket, if I had this and this and this bouncing in my pocket, that might get a little annoying. So I like to have a knife that clips on, and usually I'll toss a flashlight in one pocket and a multi-tool in the other. I don't keep them in the same pocket to kind of balance it out. But that's it. That's just my thoughts on the simple basic EDC items. You'd be surprised if once you start carrying these items, and if you're not already carrying, there's probably a lot of you guys out there carrying a whole lot more than this. But for me, these are the minimums. These are the bare minimums you should have in your pocket every day. You'll use them, you'll be surprised at how often. Anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, if you like the videos, or you got any suggestions on anything you'd like me to review or anything, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and give me a thumbs up if you like it. If not, that's all right. Maybe on the next one. See you guys.